Hi, everybody. Welcome back to the bookshop. If you're new here, my name is Shelley. This is going to be a journal flip through, the first of 7 journals. I don't think there'll be 7 videos, though. I have several that are smaller, and also a lot of them are writing journals, so they're not highly decorated. There's a few things to show and talk about, and then it's mostly paper. So this one is the most, I guess, extravagant, you'd call it. I used a kit called Grandma's Attic from My Porch Prints, and I also used some of my grandmother's ephemera in it. And I was thinking of her a lot too when I was putting this together. So we're going to get started. I'm going to try and make these quick, not go into a high detail. But see, first of all, this tie, this is some sari silk, or actually it's organza. I got it same place I get my sari silk. And it's not necessary to keep this journal closed because I used a hitch post with an elastic band, but I put it there for looks, but it is not permanent. I have put it under the binding, and so you can just grab this and pull it out if you don't want to keep it. Like I said, mostly for looks. It's got a fabric cover. This image was part of the fabric, but it went black over here, which is why I put this heart here. Looked like it was old negative or something, or I don't know. But I had this fabric for several years, and I finally decided to use it for this. And I thought it looked like a photo you might find in your grandma's attic. So I made this flower, and then I love this trim here. It's so pretty with the little pearls and the color of it. And then this is the back. Got my regular filigree wrapped around the back cover to help strengthen that. 4 signatures. I did a 3, what do you call it, pamphlet stitch. 3-hole pamphlet stitch. Okay, and it's got the Tim Holtz hitch post. Another filigree piece right here. It's 4 signatures, measures 7 inches by 4.5. There are over 200 pages. There's also a little notebook in here that has another 44 pages, not counted in the 200. Let's start. This inside page, this is an ARTYmaze digital. It's just one page I used for the inside cover. It's her purple medley kit. And in that kit, she did one page in this kind of sepia color. Lots of tags in this first pocket. There's the "This Book Belongs To," and an alphabet tag. And then this is a "To From" tag in case you want to give this as a gift. And the one that says, "And the Story Begins." And then just lots of florals. I used, besides My Porch Prints Grandma's Attic kit, I used this one. It's the Victorian Lace and Cameo Scrapbook Kit. And then I believe a lot of these tags are from her Antique Script Kit. This might be from there too. Oh, it's got the cameo on. Anyway, lots of tags in this front pocket with some old lace. This is the first. It's got one of those, it's an eye doctor's piece, but it reminds me of the little thing they used to put up to their eye. Now I can't think of what it's called, to read with. This was from my grandma's silver wedding anniversary, a greeting card. And the sentiment was on the back side, on the other side of this. I just folded it over and glued it down. So it gives you quite a bit of writing space here. There's a tag here. This is a first day issue postcard. Oh, airmail, 4 cents, 1954 from Philadelphia. And that's blank on the back, so you can also write on it. And then this is in an eyelet. I did all the little charms on eyelets to make them nice and strong. And they're throughout. You'll see them as we go along, so I won't pull them all out right now, but cameo, heart. There's another really cool carved piece in here. But we'll get to those. This is another piece of the card from my grandma's silver wedding anniversary. And this is just ephemera from the kit. Lots of lace. I used some lace trim to do tabs all throughout. This is a vintage ledger. It's one of those ledger books that it was like leather and it was short. It had these 5 or 4 little ring bound and it was like long, but it was short instead of a big tall one. I thought that was kind of cool. Got it at the thrift store. I buy lots of stuff at the thrift store. Avocado dyed paper. This is from the kit. This is some vintage wallpaper and I used it. I made pockets. Did some stenciling in there. Ephemera from the kit. This page here is from an 8x8 paper pad. Just cool looking script on it. And then lined paper. This, if you're anywhere near my age, you guys will remember these. When we were little, we had I think they were mostly mothers and grandmothers who had them. And they put their kids or grandkids' names were engraved on them. I thought it was pretty amazing to find one that doesn't have a name on it. It's kind of scratched up, but it looks great. I mean, it's in great condition as far as I'm concerned for being probably however old it is. This here is really interesting. Now, this is not the original. I had the original in here, but then when I looked up this guy whose name is Earl Bostick, he was a jazz musician in the 50s. I only found one autographed letter, ephemera, with his name on it, and it wasn't handwritten. It was a typed letter that he had signed, and it's selling. They're asking. It's not selling. I don't know how long it's been for sale, but it's on half a dozen websites, like eBay and Mercari and different places. I think it's even on Amazon. $650. So I really couldn't include that in the book, but it's addressed to my grandma. It has also a really cool, I think both of these things are interesting. It's like, remember, only you can prevent forest fires. I think it started around this time. This is 1952. And also NATO. I had looked it up and written all this stuff down, but, the new owner can research this stuff. This is a NATO stamp, and I think it started in 1952. But the return address here is 2 Park Avenue, New York, New York. And basically what it is, my grandma was a musician, and Earl Bostick, he was a jazz musician, and anyone who knows anything about jazz knows that a lot, especially back then, jazz is mostly instrumental. And so apparently there was a contest going on to write lyrics for his song, Velvet Sunset. And she must have written and asked for the sheet music. And he wrote back and said, "There is no sheet music to Velvet Sunset. You shall have to listen to the record and get your melody that way. Forward your lyrics to the above address, and I shall be glad to enter them in the contest. Good luck." The contest ends December 25th, 1952. It says, "I remain Earl Bostick." And the return address is Universal Attraction, 2 Park Avenue, New York, New York. I thought that was so interesting. I mean, I watched her play music my whole life. And it just sounds like something she would do, try to write lyrics for a song. I thought that was so cool when I found it, because I had no idea. Anyway, little journaling card. This is sheet music in here. This is called manila drawing paper. I love it. It has texture. This is from a vintage like guest book where you would sign in. This is a French dictionary page from 1890. And the page I took out is the page for grandma. It says, I think it's mere or something, MERE is for mother. And then under that, it shows grandmother right here. The feminine, child of the world. I can't read it all. I know it's some that says infant, oh, monde, that's world. But in there, it will have grandmother. So you can look it up when you get it. Lots of, but 1890, I mean, it's 130 years old. This is from that cameo and lace scrapbook kit from My Porch Prints. It's just one of those for writing. This just tucks into the little cameo. And then there's another large one here. Journaling card. Some more vintage paper. Almost all of the paper that I put in here is vintage. This is a unique kind of graph paper from the kit. Coffee dyed paper. Other side of the French dictionary. And I put washi to reinforce the spines. And then there's another kind of tape back here. Here's the other side of the guest book, sheet music. It's just got washi on it to reinforce it. It's old. This is just a little scrap I made a pocket with. And this is actually a pocket back there with some of the Tim Holtz people put a little piece of netting on here to make it look like she's a bride. So I wanted to make it look like her bridal veil. And then the lace little piece. I love how that goes over the pocket. A couple more tags. And the other side of the wallpaper, lined. And then this is the end of the first signature. This piece right here is a journaling card from Medieval Mirage. This is Tim Holtz decoupage paper. Love that. So pretty. So my grandma, you know, roses. Grandmas love roses. The old, can't think of what they're called now. I'm going to have blank outs. I do that a lot nowadays. My age, I lose my words. This pocket is made from a really old paper doily. I mean, the price on the package is 39 cents. Cameo tag. This piece of paper, this has the Footprints poem on it. And I've been carrying this around for about 20 years. I forget what it says there, but I think the date is on there. I think it says 1980 something. I can't really remember, and I can't see it. But it's just a blank piece of paper, but with the Footprints poem. And then this is a carved cameo. This stuff is either ivory or it could be whale bone or whale tooth or something. Yeah, it's pretty cool. I think it's pretty old. I'm not sure about the frame, how old it is. This piece was in this frame when I got it, but I've had it so long I can't even remember where I got it. But like I was just saying a minute ago, how grandmas love roses. So there's a rose. A couple pieces of ephemera from the kit. This is from the kit. More. I think this is ARTYmaze Purple Medley Kit. Right there. This is blackberry dyed paper, coffee dyed paper. This is another piece of the French dictionary. Some graph paper. old music composition. This is a different guest book. I like to buy those at the thrift store. All kinds of paper. There's a lot of, you can see, all of these pages for writing. There's the French dictionary. Made a pocket in the blackberry dyed paper. It's got some pretty lace on it. It's some vintage lace. I think that's why I put this purple paper to go with the purple blackberry dyed paper. Kind of brought it out. And then there's the pinks. This is a copy of a real postcard that I got from France when I used to sell religious charm bracelets on eBay. Did it for 10 years. And she would send me postcards now and then. And so I've copied it and kind of shrunk it down a little bit. This is a handmade tag with some of the trim and a little butterfly on there. Oh, this was a collage masterboard that got cut up and made into tags. And then there's another little charm here. This has a little cameo on it. Real pretty. Just a tiny one. But it's got that kind of orangey amber background. Here's the notebook. And it's got a lot of just blank paper. So it's a lot of writing space. You could even throw this in your purse or something. I put a metal piece here and some old vintage lace. I've been carting this lace around for 20 years. Finally used a piece of it. There's a piece of it in, I have a stacked letter journal, and I use a piece of it in that too. But let's talk about hoarding. Then this has a metal piece on here on top of a little piece of doily. This just slides in this pocket. And some more ephemera from the kit. Cute little pocket. Love this lace too. Really old. There's a lot of old, very delicate laces in here. That looks like it needs a little bit of glue. It does. I'll remember that. Pocket. This is a ARTYmaze paper too. I think also from the Purple Medley kit. So I hadn't remembered that I used some pages from that kit in here. Now this is a piece of that greeting card from the very beginning of the book. I fussy cut the roses out and made a little belly band. And then this unwraps this way. And you open it. And then in here, I think this is just... Oh, I know what this is. This is an old... When somebody was taking a typing class. I thought it was a real letter, an original letter at first. It's dated 1957, though. But you can see the teacher wrote, very good. So... And I have a lot of these, so it took me a few minutes to figure out that it was like a practice letter. I read the teacher's remarks, and I was like, okay, someone's just practicing. This is some really pretty piece of lace and some washi on there. And then on the back is, this is one of Aesop's fables, called The Rose and the Amaranth. And then I put the pretty washi with roses on it. I really like how this turned out. It was, use a few different things, and then it just tucks in there. Old sheet music, French dictionary page, kit, coffee dyed paper with a doily image on it. This is another different kind of wallpaper. Used a Martha Stewart punch to do the edge, and then I like to back it with the painter's masking paper. It helps show the design through there. Some ephemera from the kit. Graph paper, that's the center of the signature. Some more ephemera. And then this side is also punched. Here's some more tags. That's an ARTYmaze tag, I think, from the William Morris kit. Here's one of those flip downs for writing space. Made a little thing there with a crocheted flower and a rose cluster glued on there. There's another tag. The French dictionary pages. And then here is an old filigree heart piece. This one, maybe not. I thought it said Avon on it, but I don't think so. I'm pretty sure I could see it if it did. My eyes are terrible, but little blank sheet and then a handmade tag. That's from the masterboard. It's collaged on the back, and this is all collaged. Pretty roses. Some avocado dyed paper, ledger paper. And this is a separate piece. You can write on the back, but this has 3 flip pockets. Flip that way, and this one. And each one has just some little tags in them. They're topped with this really pretty lace that was in a unique shape. I thought it was perfect for little tag toppers. That's another lace I've been hoarding, but I used it in here. And that just tucks in there. This is from My Porch Prints. There's a little key on here, and I think the key has a heart shape at the top. Should slide down, yeah, and go like that. And these are from My Porch Prints too. She has these little tag bundles. I don't know what you call them. Layered tags. But this one had the music. So it reminded me of my grandma. And then put some old lace on here. This is all just ephemera from the kit. This is a really old book page too, from the late 1800s. And there's some blank note paper up there. Double pocket there. Now that, flip over there. Another tab, some more ephemera. This is a fabric doily. Instead of a paper doily, I decided to use a real one. I've never done that before. It's got a little butterfly on there and some really pretty embroidery around the edge. I thought it was so pretty and delicate, and reminds me of a grandma. It's so perfect in there. Pretty paper, all part of the kit. And then the avocado dyed, and that's ARTYmaze. The blackberry dyed paper. Another pocket with lace. All the ephemera's been inked. Coffee dyed. Here's each signature has the double, basically 4 pages of the French dictionary. Music composition. Here's guest book page. I use that for the center here. One of my favorite guest books. Lots and lots of writing room. If you like to write, this is a really good journal for you. I've left lots of blank pages. This is another one of the real postcards from France, where I just shrunk it down. So cute. There's little birds flying around up here. And there's a lamp post here. And then tag. This is a vintage handkerchief. And I used it to make a Rita Donnelly flip. I zigzagged around the edge, but this is all embroidered. All these little flowers. Isn't that adorable? I love this piece. You flip it up. This is paper, cardstock, so you can write there. A little kind of secret journaling spot. But I loved using the old hanky, as they call them. A little very pretty embroidered just on the one corner. And blackberry dyed paper, ARTYmaze paper, avocado. There's the other side of the doily. Look at this, how beautiful that is. Love this paper. This ephemera too is really, really pretty. Lots of roses. I think it's very feminine. Okay, go in. And back here, oh, I always want to pull all of that out, but that is a pocket. This is glued on here. It's a little cameo die cut, and then a cameo tag. Put some lighter paper on the back so you can write. Very, very simple. And then these are the cameo ephemera from the My Porch Prints Victorian Lace and Cameo Scrapbook Kit. And I did a little kind of zigzag cut to make it look like the wire. And those just tuck in there. This is old dictionary page too. And then this is the last page. So we've got some tags in here, and this is made from an envelope. So there's a window pocket with a heavily copy dyed tag. This is decoupaged on there, those flowers. And then collage on the back. Okay, and then this pocket that has one of her cameo pieces on it. And this is could be a separate piece. It's got a pocket here, but it flips open for writing. And then on the back, there's a pocket. I think this piece was in here, yeah. And then this goes in this pocket. And this little collaged tag was in here. And then this, there's two pieces in here, cameo tag. And then this one just says handmade. And it has my signature and Bookshop Shelly. That's my Etsy store and my YouTube channel. And then back here behind this, there's a pocket behind this envelope. There's some vintage stationery. This is this piece. I found this stuff at the thrift store. So it's just some extra writing paper with roses on it. And then this is so cute. You remember when you used to, oh, only people my age are going to remember this. But this is like stationery. You'd write your friend or pen pal a letter, and then you'd close it up and you'd use the seal and use that to close it. There's no glue. So that's supposed to be the bench they're sitting on. And on this side, stamp, and you write to. So yeah, it's just a vintage piece of stationery, kind of unique. And that stuff just tucks behind the envelope. And that's it. There's the back. Let's put this little charm in here. They tuck right in when you don't want them all hanging out. And then, like I said, it's got the hitch post closure. It'll grow if you want it to, quite a bit. This is just a hair tie. If these wear out, maybe I'll try to remember to send an extra one. These can wear out over time, but it's not permanently on there. You just loop it through there and then pull it up. And again, this is removable if you don't want to keep it. So that's my Grandma's Attic kit. Journal. I hope you like it. If you're interested, check it out at Bookshop Shelly on Etsy. And I'll see you in the next video because I have several more. Like I said, this was the longest one. I'm going to try and do, 1 or 2 journals in each of the next videos. I don't want to do 7 videos, believe me. Okay. Thanks if you stuck it out. Oh, okay. All right. See you in the next video. Bye.